Welcome, brave soul. I am the forgotten storyteller. Before we begin, tap that like button if you dare, and drop a comment below telling me where in the world you're listening from. And if you make it to the end of this video, I hope to see you in the next story. I hope you're ready, because I am. Let's begin. The ride should have been silent. But as the last employees of Phantasmaland shuffled toward the gates, a carousel, dead for years, creaked to life, its hollow tune drifting into the night air. Nobody saw it. Nobody stayed long enough to wonder who, or what, was still playing in the dark. Our story today begins at the ragged edges of joy, in a place once bursting with laughter, sugar-dusted air, and the shrieks of children brave enough to face the roller coasters. Phantasmaland, the amusement park of a generation. But time, like rust, eats away at everything. And tonight, Phantasmaland is a graveyard with lights. It's Friday and quiet. The crowds are gone, and the park is limping toward its final weeks before bankruptcy shuts it down forever. Where once fireworks crown the sky, only flickering bulbs remain. Paint peels like dead skin from the rides. The smell of fried food and popcorn has been replaced by mold, grease, and something sour lurking beneath the boards. And in the middle of it all walks Mia. Mia isn't a dreamer, she works here for tuition money. She's young, 20 at most, her Phantasmaland polo shirt neatly tucked in, her hair tied back. Tonight was uneventful. A handful of guests, a few minor complaints, paperwork that dragged into the late hours. Most of her co-workers have already slipped away, eager to forget another day in a place that no longer sparkles. Mia likes the silence though. At least she used to. She walks the midway, her sneakers crunching on popcorn kernels ground into the concrete. The rides are skeletal shadows under the pale moon. The roller coaster looms like the spine of some colossal dead animal. And that's when she hears it. At first, she thinks it's the wind whistling through metal. But then, clearer, closer, comes a wet, ragged cough. Her pace slows. The sound is coming from near the haunted mansion, an old dark ride half shut down most of the time, its facade a cracked castle with a grinning skull at its gate. The cough comes again, followed by a low, almost choking whimper. Mia swallows and pushes open the service gate. What she finds freezes her blood. Ben, the maintenance worker, mid-30s, stocky, usually quick with jokes, is slumped against the wall. His face is chalk white, slick with sweat. His uniform is shredded as though raked by claws. His chest rises shallowly, each breath a desperate fight. His eyes wide, bloodshot, terrified. She kneels beside him. Ben? Oh my God, Ben. His lips tremble. Blood froths at the corner of his mouth. And then he whispers, his voice more breath than sound. It's still here and it's still playing? Mia shudders. What's still here? But before he can answer, his eyes roll back and his body slackens. Her hands shake as she dials 911. She stays with him, whispering that help is coming, though she isn't sure he can hear her anymore. And as she waits, she can swear she feels something watching from the darkness of the ride entrance. Something patient. Something smiling. The ambulance comes. The flashing red and blue lights paint the hollow park in colors of alarm, and soon after, the detectives arrive. Detective Reyes, tall, severe, with eyes like knives. Detective Cho, younger, quieter, always watching, always recording details others might miss. They take Mia's statement while paramedics load Ben into the back, his condition critical. The following day, the news filters back. Ben lives, barely, but his injuries are baffling. Not knife wounds. Not animal bites. Deep claw marks that don't match any known pattern. His internal organs are bruised, as though fear itself had pummeled him from the inside. Worse still, the toxicology report reveals traces of a hallucinogen in his blood, something synthetic, powerful. Yet Ben was clean. No history of drugs. Reyes doesn't buy accidents. Something did this to him, she says flatly. Something in this park. Cho pulls the security footage. At first, it's ordinary, Ben making rounds, fixing a broken lock, jotting notes. Then suddenly, he's running. Sprinting across the midway, eyes wide, clutching his flashlight as if pursued. But nothing is visible behind him. No pursuer. No attacker. Then the tape glitches to static. For 12 full seconds, the cameras fail. When the feed returns, Ben is staggering near the haunted mansion, alone. Alone, except for the sound. The microphones embedded in the cameras captured it. Faint, distorted laughter. High-pitched, layered, as though a dozen voices were giggling at once. Mia feels her stomach drop when she hears it, because she knows deep down she has heard that laugh before. The police take it seriously. They order a full overnight sweep of Phantasmaland. Every ride, every tunnel, Every creaking, rotting corner. Armed officers fan out. But Phantasmaland doesn't welcome intruders. The lights flicker, rides sparking to life despite dead power lines. The carousel whirls, its horses frozen mid-gallop, their glassy eyes gleaming. Whispers drift through the air, echoing from places no throat speaks. One officer swears he sees someone, a figure, in an old mascot costume, the fabric rotting, the colors faded. Captain chuckles. He vanishes into the shadows of the funhouse before anyone can react. By dawn, the officers have nothing to show but shaky voices and pale faces. Reyes clenches her jaw. Someone's playing games in this park, and I'm going to find out who. But Mia can't let it go. The laughter clings to her. The image of Ben's broken body burns into her thoughts, and so she begins to dig. The history of Phantasmaland is brighter on the surface than underneath. In the 1980s, the park's star attraction was Captain Chuckles, a clown mascot with a wide red grin and sailor's cap. Children adored him. His funhouse was always packed, until the night a girl vanished. Her name was Lila Morgan, 6 years old. She went missing during a Captain Chuckles stage show. One moment she was laughing in the crowd. The next she was gone. No body was found. The case went cold. The park retired Chuckles after that. Claimed the costume was destroyed. But whispers never stopped. Some children claimed to see him still, grinning in mirrors, giggling in the dark. Mia finds a retired employee, now an old man with trembling hands. He tells her something that makes her skin crawl. Ben, he says, was poking around in places he shouldn't. That funhouse, management told us never to go in there. But Ben, he wanted to fix it up before demolition. Thought maybe it could be saved. His eyes glisten. He woke something up. Something that should have stayed buried. And still Mia goes back. It is midnight when she slips past the chain-link fence, flashlight in hand. Phantasmaland stretches before her, dead and hollow. Yet the air feels charged, humming faintly as if waiting. She heads for the funhouse. Its paint is faded to gray, its entrance yawning like a mouth missing teeth. Inside, dust swirls. Mirrors cracked. Props toppled. The smell of mildew thick. Then something glints. Ben's flashlight lying abandoned. Next to it, fresh footprints in the dust. Mia follows them deeper. Past warped mirrors that stretch her reflection into monstrous shapes. Past hallways that seem too long, too winding. Until at last she finds a hidden door ajar. Behind it, a small room. Inside, the walls are lined with posters of Captain Chuckles. Plush toys, faded and stiff with age. And in the dust across the floor, handprints, tiny child-sized. Her breath quickens. And then she sees the mirror. A large one, untouched, clear despite the rot. Her reflection stares back, except she isn't smiling. The reflection is. Mia stumbles back, heart pounding. The mirror shifts slightly, revealing a panel behind it. She pushes. It creaks open into darkness. A tunnel yawns before her, stretching beneath the park. And the air smells faintly of smoke and burnt fabric. The tunnel breathes. At least that's how it feels. Mia steadies her flashlight, its beams slicing through the thick dark, revealing walls of rusted pipes and rotting wood beams. The silence is suffocating, broken only by the faint drip, drip, drip of water echoing somewhere ahead. She forces herself forward. The maintenance tunnels twist beneath Phantasmaland like veins, built decades ago for staff to move unseen between rides. Now they're abandoned, forgotten, except by something else. Mia's light sweeps across the floor, and she sees toys. Broken, scattered toys. A stuffed bear missing its head. A plastic fire truck with wheels melted. Dolls with cracked porcelain faces, their painted eyes rubbed away. They're arranged in little piles like offerings. And then, she sees it. A costume. Propped up on a wooden chair as though waiting for its owner to return. The fabric is moldy, the colors dulled to shades of rot. But the smile, oh the smile, still shines. Wide, red, frozen in glee. The sailor's cap tilted jauntily, mocking the silence. Captain Chuckles. Next to it, on a crude table of nailed planks, sits a shrine. Photos of children, grainy, faded Polaroids. Some smiling, some caught mid-blink. Some of them Mia recognizes from missing persons articles. Toys surround the photos like a crown. And taped to the wall, half-burned, is a flyer for Chuckles Funhouse, its slogan barely legible. Where the laughter never ends. Mia's hands tremble. And then the laughter begins. Soft at first. Behind her. Then above her. Then everywhere. High-pitched giggles, warped chuckles. A chorus of voices overlapping in unnatural harmony. Her flashlight sputters. Her breath catches. From the shadows of the tunnel, a figure emerges. It doesn't walk. It shambles. A grotesque patchwork of shadow and fabric, part human, part something else. The Chuckle's costume clings to it, torn and dripping as though alive. Its head lolls unnaturally, the sailor's cap still perched on top of its skull. And where its eyes should be, only black, oozing pits. Welcome back to the funhouse. It croons, though its lips do not move. The voice seeps from the walls, the ground, inside her own skull. Mia runs. The tunnels twist and bend, her light barely keeping pace with her panic. Behind her, the sound of shoes slapping the concrete. Too many shoes. A crowd chasing, though she knows only one thing follows her. She bursts into a wider chamber, gasping. This room is lined with mirrors, each tall and warped, salvaged from the funhouse above. Her reflection stares back from a dozen angles, stretched thin, fattened grotesquely, multiplied into infinity. But not all the reflections move with her. Some stay still. And one, the reflection in the center, grins at her. The laughter erupts again, so loud her ears ring. She throws her flashlight, shattering one of the mirrors. The reflections scatter in shards. For a moment, the laughter falters. Then comes a whisper right against her ear, "Don't break the toys, Mia. They don't like it when you break the toys." She spins around, nothing. Only shadows. Her scream echoes down the tunnels, swallowed by the dark. Detective Reyes arrives the next morning, following up on her instincts. Something Mia said the night before had struck her. Something about the laugh on the footage, about how it sounded familiar. Reyes finds Mia's car parked outside the chain gates. No Mia. Inside the funhouse, she discovers the hidden panel. She draws her weapon and steps into the tunnels. Her flashlight reveals the same horrors, the shrine, the toys, the costume. But Reyes is harder than Mia, her mind scarred from years of hunting predators. And yet, even she feels it. That pull. That unseen force whispering just behind her ear. "Detective," it murmurs. "Wanna play?" She whirls, finger on the trigger. Nothing. Only air that smells faintly of ash. Then she finds Mia's phone, cracked on the ground. The screen flickers. And for just a second, reflected in the broken glass, is a clown's face smiling up at her. The truth of Phantasmal End does not come in clean reports. It comes in visions. Mia, half-conscious in the tunnels, sees it unfold. The story buried by time, by the park's greed, by silence. Harlan grieves. The original Chuckles. He wasn't just a man in a suit. He became the suit. Obsessed with it. He told co-workers the mask whispered to him that the children loved him more than their own parents. And when he laughed, he said he wasn't laughing alone. The first child vanished. Then another. Each time Harlan was nearby. But no one dared accuse him outright. He was too beloved, too protected by the park's money. Until the fire. The night police raided the tunnels. Flames swallowed the funhouse. Official reports claimed Harlan died inside. But what really died that night? Harlan's body, or something far worse? The stories say the laughter never stopped. Mia awakens in the tunnels, head pounding, ears ringing with whispers. She staggers to her feet. The shadows move. Out of them lurch the children. Dozens of them. Small, twisted figures in miniature clown costumes, their faces pale and waxen. Their eyes hollow sockets, black liquid dripping like tears. They giggle in broken harmony, voices warping like a skipping record. "Stay and play, Mia," they chant. "Stay with us, forever young, forever laughing." She stumbles backward, her foot crunching on broken glass. The mirrors. An idea. She grabs a shard, its edge sharp, and holds it before her like a talisman. The children recoil, their faces fracturing in the reflection. The laughter falters, twisting into snarls. And then it appears again. Chuckles. Larger now, its form warping, arms stretching too long, body bending like smoke. It slams a hand against the mirror shard, cracking it, howling with many voices. Mia screams, thrusting the mirror toward its face. For the first time, the laughter falters into a scream. A guttural, inhuman sound. The lights above flicker. The rides in the park surge to life all at once. The carousel spinning, the coaster rattling, music blaring distorted carnival tunes. The whole park awakens in chaos. Detective Reyes barrels into the chamber at that moment, gun drawn. She sees Mia, cornered, the grotesque figure looming. "Move!" Reyes shouts. She fires. Bullets tear through the shadowy form, but they pass as though through mist. The thing only laughs harder. "Mirrors!" Mia cries. "Use the mirrors." Reyes grabs a full-length mirror leaning against the wall and shoves it forward. The reflection catches Chuckles, fracturing its form into shards. The figure writhes, its shape tearing apart, laughter warping into shrieks. Dozens of faces ripple across its body, children's faces screaming to be let go. With a final howl, the creature collapses into dust and scraps of fabric. The sailor cap falls to the floor, smoldering. Mia sobs, clutching her knees. Reyes lowers her gun, chest heaving. Is it over? Mia whispers. Reyes doesn't answer. She only stares at the mirror, because in its reflection, Chuckles is still smiling. Dust still hangs in the air like ash. Mia's breaths come in ragged sobs, echoing through the tunnel. Reyes keeps her flashlight steady, gun still drawn, eyes fixed on the mirror. Chuckles grins back. Not alive. Not moving. Just grinning. Reyes smashes the mirror with the butt of her gun. Shards scatter across the floor. For a heartbeat, silence reigns. And then, faintly, so faint Mia almost convinces herself it's her imagination, comes a giggle. From the shards themselves. Dozens of tiny voices, whispering, humming, and laughing. Reyes pulls Mia to her feet. We're leaving. Now. Together, they stagger out of the tunnels into the open air of the Midway. The park is chaos. Rides whirling, music blaring, lights flashing, though no power should run here anymore. Feels alive. The carousel spins, horses jerking like puppets. The roller coaster rattles on its track, empty cars clattering like bones. From the Ferris wheel, a red balloon drifts free, floating across the starless sky. Reyes grips Mia's arm. Don't look. Just run. They flee toward the gates. And behind them, the laughter swells, not from one mouth, not even from many, but from the park itself. The walls, the rides, the very concrete beneath their feet. Phantasmaland is laughing. The following weeks blur. The park is shut down completely. Barricaded. By order of the city, demolition is scheduled. Phantasmaland will finally be buried. Ben dies in the hospital without ever waking again. Official cause, trauma and cardiac arrest. Unofficial cause, terror. The police issue no statement about what was found in the tunnels. It was too wild and too unbelievable. Reyes files a report so sterile, so careful, it might as well have been about a collapsed stairwell. But Mia knows. Reyes knows. Some things cannot be buried. The day comes and Phantasmaland dies. Bulldozers tear through the Midway. The haunted mansion is reduced to rubble. The carousel is wrenched apart, its horses decapitated, its organ pipes twisted like bones. The funhouse is smashed to splinters. Dust clouds rise over the city. By sundown, the park is nothing more than a skeletal field of broken rides and twisted steel. Mia goes there days later, drawn by something she can't explain. The air is still thick with demolition dust. The ground is littered with gears, bolts, crushed toys. She stands where the carousel once stood, feeling strangely hollow. For a moment, she allows herself to hope. Maybe it really is gone. Maybe dust and concrete can hold it this time. But then she sees it, tied to a rusted gear at her feet. A single red balloon. It sways gently in the breeze as though it's laughing at her. Mia freezes, her throat dry. And then, from a sewer grate just a few yards away comes the sound. Giggle, giggle, giggle. It was faint, far away, but rising. Her stomach turns to ice. She runs. Months pass. Across town, a new amusement park opens. It was bright and modern with bigger and better rides. Parents flock there with their children. Rides sparkle, cotton candy clouds the air, and laughter once again fills the night. At the grand opening, the new park unveils its mascot. A cheerful figure in a sailor cap. Not exactly a clown, no. Something a little different, rebranded, friendlier. But its face is almost familiar. The grin too wide. The eyes too deep. Children cheer, running to hug it. Balloons bob in the sky. Cameras flash. The park sparkles with joy. But as the mascot waves, its smile twitches. Just for a fraction of a second. Not outward. Inward. As if it was hungry. Somewhere beneath the noise of music and laughter, if you listen closely enough, you'll hear it. That same laugh. Distorted and echoing, just waiting. The kind of laugh that doesn't just live in a park. It lives in us. Because stories, they don't end when you stop telling them. They wait. And when you remember them, when you fear them, they will come back. So if you're out late one night, and you hear carnival music where there should be silence, or you glimpse a red balloon bobbing where no child is near, don't look behind you. Because if you do, you might see him smiling, just waiting and laughing, for your last ride. Thank you for sticking around to the end. If you enjoyed the story, please hit the like button. And if you want to hear more scary tales like this one, please consider subscribing. It also helps the channel get shown to other horror fans. Ready for spine-chilling tales that will haunt your thoughts? Subscribe to Forgotten Storyteller for eerie narrations, unsettling mysteries, and haunting stories you won't forget. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a story, because some stories refuse to stay buried. Join us, if you dare.